and welcome to Sir Daniel's English B class, where learning literature is always done in a lively manner. So for today, I have a hunt that I'm going to be sending each of you on. You're going to be going on a scavenger hunt. And here's what you're going to be looking for. I have placed several stanza extract cards around the classroom. Some might be under your chair. Some of them may be located under your desk. Some may even be on the wall. But you need to take the time and look and find it. And when you would have found your stanza extra card, you can come back to your seat. For those of you who are working online, I am going to send you right now some stanza extra cards on one of your messaging platform. So you need to go and check your SMS messages, go and check your WhatsApp messages, check your Facebook Messenger, see if a message came through there with your stanza extra cards. So all of you combined together, you have 3 minutes to look at your stanza extra cards and then come. Now that each of you are back to your seat, let us continue with this activity. So for the poem extract card that you would have found, I would like for 4 volunteers, 3 in the classroom here, and 1 person who's working online to read the poem extract that you have. But you're not just going to read it, you're going to read it in a different tone. So one person, I would like for them to read it in a sad tone, the other person can read it in an angry tone, someone can read it in a sleepy tone, and the other individual will read it in a happy tone. Alright, so 4 volunteers are what I need to get this going. I see you all volunteered ready to read. Very good. Why don't you stand and go ahead. Good job. Each of you did an excellent job reading, and I really enjoyed listening to you read those poem extracts in those different tones. Well done. Here's what we'll do. Just to take a step back before we go forward, I would like for us to review a little bit about what we did last week. So I'm sure most of you remember last week we looked at what is poetry. Alright? Can someone remind me what a poem is? I see Dexter raising his hand in the back there. Yes, Dexter. What is poetry, or what is a poem? Good definition. Very good. Let's give Dexter a nice hand. Very good, very good. Alright. If you are working online, what you can do is just text in your response to me, and I will view it here on my tablet, and I'll get back to you as well. Alright, I see Jeremy at the back there, raising his hand. Yes, Jeremy? Very good. So one definition for poetry we had is that we said that poetry is a type of literature that carries a thought, describes a scene, or tells a story. You remember that? Of course you do. And we also last week looked at some of the different types of poetry that are used. And can someone please volunteer and give me 2 examples of those? Yes. Oh wait, I see somebody responded online here. So somebody said free verse is a type of poetry. And they sent haiku, and then they sent one called rhymed poetry. Are those responses correct, class? Yes, it is. Let me see who it is. Akil. Very good. Let's do that. So as you can see, we have some letters on the blackboard, on this whiteboard, pardon me. And the fact that they're all together, when you look at them, they don't make any sense, all right? This is not an actual word here. But if you would work on unscrambling these letters by switching their places and so on, you will be able to identify today's topic. Mind you, I already gave you some hints earlier in the lesson as to what today's topic actually is. So, for those of you who are in class, I would like someone to volunteer to come and unscramble these letters to reveal today's topic. For those of you who are working online, you can go to the Jamboard that's been provided, and you'll notice the same letters are on the Jamboard and they are in green. When you organize the letters in the correct slots and it actually reveals today's topic, it will change to blue. So that's how you'll know you have it correct. Alright? So you have 2 minutes to work in this here. All right, so Kelsey did a great job in unscrambling the lectures that were here, and she placed them in the correct order. And so she has revealed to us today's topic, and the topic for today is stanza. So we're looking at poetry, we're going to be looking at stanza in poetry. All right, let's give her a nice hand. She did a good job. Very good, very good. So, class, when you hear the word stanza, what comes to mind? Is there anyone here that thinks they can share with us a definition for stanza? Now, I know it may seem a little bit difficult for you to come up with a definition just like that. So let me assist you. Here's what I would like for you to do, class. You will think of a definition of what stanza is in poetry, right? I would like for you to pair with one person in class and share your definition with them, so the two of you talk about your definitions. And then when you're finished doing that, you will share your definition with me that you would have come up with as a group. For those persons working online, what you will do, you will go into one of the breakout rooms with another student, and you will share your idea of stanza with that student, and both of you can discuss it, and after which, when you come back, you will share that definition with the class and with myself, all right? So to help you further, these cards that we give to you, you can reference them and try to look at it and analyze it to help you get a proper definition for stanza. You have 3 minutes to go into your groups and then come back. All right, class? Good.
Go.
All right, students. Well, good. Welcome back. And so I see most of you seem a little bit excited. I hope you have a good definition to share with us. And so I will start with Mark at the back. Mark, would you please share the definition that you and your partner came up with as to what is a stanza? It is a group of words. Not too bad. Let's give them a nice hand. I see someone sent in to me here their definition from online, and they said that stanza is the basic building block of a poem. All right, not too bad. Very good. Well, for the rest of us, let us take a look at what a stanza is. So thank you, each of you, for giving me an answer. But this is the definition that we would like to work with for today, all right? Stanza is a group of lines in a poem similar to a paragraph. So what is the purpose of stanza? Well, a few things. Stanza, first of all, it's an Italian word. And the word stanza actually means room. Let me have the next slide, please. So when you think of a stanza functions like a room. Can you imagine for a while bringing one of your friends into your home and they're not familiar with your home, and then you start to take them through your home and you said, you know what? Start showing them the different room. You said, hey, let me take you to the bathroom, and you show them what the bathroom is like, tell them about the color of the walls and so on, and then you took them to the bedroom and you show them what that was like, and you explain the different things in your bedroom, and then to the kitchen to get some food, of course, and then you take them to the living room. One of the things I'm sure you notice if you would have ever done something like that is that there are no two rooms in your house that are exactly the same. The bathroom is different from the bedroom, and the living room is different from the kitchen, and the kitchen from the bedroom, and so on and so forth. All right? So when we think about a stanza, that is kind of how a stanza operates. It seems like most of you have a grasp on how to identify stanzas in a poem. So what I would like for you to do is individually, once again, I want you to access your devices. You'll notice in the WhatsApp group I would have sent a link that will take you to a video quiz. So this video quiz will be teaching you and at the same time quizzing you. And this video quiz that you're going to be working on is going to be based on the different types of stanzas. So you have approximately 5 minutes to go, complete this quiz, and then come back to class, and then you will share your responses. When you got them right or wrong, share them with us, and we'll work through those things so that everybody can have a clear understanding on the different types of stanzas. So you have 5 minutes, go ahead and start working on that. Alright students, welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed that video-based quiz. And of course, that quiz was teaching you all the different types of stanzas, and just so that we work with all of the answers here so that everybody leaves with a clear understanding of the types. And so there are 8 basic types of stanzas. We have the monostitch, the couplet, the tercet, quatrain, quintain, sestet, septet, and the octave. Now, when we look at the quintain, as would have been asked in your game-based quiz, you will notice that a quintain is a stanza with how many lines? 5 lines to it. They would have asked you about the sestet, and the sestet is a stanza with 6 lines in it, correct? Now, which one is a stanza with 2 lines in it that usually rhymes? Let me hear you. Exactly, a couplet, correct. Very good. And of course, the final one is the tercet, and this is a stanza with 3 lines that either all of them rhyme or the first and the third line rhyme. And so these are the basic types of stanzas that we have: monostitch, couplet, tercet, quatrain, quintain, sestet, septet, and the octave. All right? So now that we have a good understanding of all these different types of stanzas, I have one more activity for you to do. I'm sure you will remember the stanza extra cards that you found in the scavenger hunt at the beginning of the lesson, right? Yes. So what you'll do is that you'll examine your stanza extra card that you have, and then what you'll do for me is that you will volunteer to come up to the whiteboard. For those of you who are online, you'll notice there's a Jamboard with these types of stanza on it. What I would like for you to do is take the stanza extra card that you have and just drag it and then drop it next to the stanza that you think it coincides with or is the same as. All right? And for those of you in the class, you're going to come up to the whiteboard and you're going to take your stanza extra card and you're going to put it near to the correct type of stanza. All right, so we have John and Jackie came up and they volunteered. John placed his stanza extra card under monostitch, and when we look at it, we know that his is a monostitch because it only has 1 line in the stanza. All right. Then Jackie, she placed hers under the quatrain, and when we look, we notice there are 4 lines in the stanza. So both of them are correct. Let's give them a nice hand. Now she placed hers under the quintain, and when we look at it, we see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines in this stanza. Class, does the quintain have 5 lines or 6 lines to it? Exactly, 6 lines. So that means that this has been incorrectly placed. But before we do anything with this, let's move on and check the other one from Javon. So when we look at Javon's stanza extra card, we see that the poem here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. All right, and so he places under the sestet. But we know that the sestet contains how many lines? Yes, the sestet stanza has 6 lines to it. So seeing as how both of these have been incorrectly placed, but then this stanza extra card has 6 lines to the stanza, and then we look at this stanza extra card, it has 5 lines to the stanza. What should we do with the 2, class? Exactly, we should switch places with them, and that'll make them correct. Is that so? Right, so let's do that quickly. Here, here, and now we have it complete and correct. With all that I would have taught you so far on stanza, what it is, its purpose, and the different types of stanza, what you will do for me now is that you're going to write a 4-stanza poem about your beautiful country, Guyana. Now you will reference this diagram that I have here, this cluster diagram, and you can use any 4 of the 6 different types of stanza that are listed here, and you're going to write your 4-stanza poem about the country, your country, Guyana. You have 15 minutes to do this activity. You can go ahead and Yes, I have one final activity for us to do, and this is what we'll use to review our lesson. Now, I know many of you know about TikTok, right? Right, so you're going to make a short TikTok video recapping some of the main highlights for today's lesson. And for those of you who are online, in your home, you can go by your kitchen table or just find a table somewhere, and you can dress up as much as you can to look like a news reporter, and then you are also going to recap the main highlights of today's lesson and then send that to me via WhatsApp.
Hey everyone, reporting for ABC 19 News, it's Travis Wilson. Tonight our topic is stanza. A stanza is a group of lines together in a poem similar to a paragraph. You can tell the type of stanza based on the number of lines it has. A monostic has 1 line. A couplet has 2 lines. A tercet has 3 lines. 4 lines make a quatrain. 5 lines makes a quantity. A sestet has 6 lines. And an octave has 8 lines. Thank you for tuning in to ABC 19 News. Good night.
Great work. I really did enjoy your video. Excellent job recapping today's lesson. I must say, Jabez, you did a good job. Thank you for sending in your video from your home. Excellent work, son. And so let me just say once again, keep practicing poetry. It is enjoyable, and particularly now that you understand stanza, poem should be much more enjoyable and relatable to you. What we will be looking at next week is simile. So you can go home, take some time, and read up a little bit on it. Until next time, have a great day.